Okay, so for my greatest skills, I chose to showcase my writing because I am an aspiring author and I write like teen paranormal romance stuff. And this is just the prologue of my book, or series per se, The Bloodlust Chronicles, and it's just the prologue of it, so yeah. I stood in the highest point of that same tree that I sought out every day. The beautiful white snow of the December season was falling in a light pattern, making for an outstanding winter scene around the lone meadow on which I was gazing upon. Obviously, the meadow wasn't completely deserted, otherwise what would there be to look at? Approximately 50 feet away from the tree where I was observing, was a house. From the outside, it simply looked like an old, deserted farmhouse. But I knew this wasn't true. I discovered the house a few years back. For some reason, I found myself drawn to it. I'd always felt this connection to it. I don't know why. Suddenly, I saw the door of the house creak open. I sensed some sort of movement, so I sunk further into the trees. My eyes still peered out of the branches, curious to what was happening outside that cold, run-down house. I spotted something on the porch, something that was alive, the scent lingering in the air told me. It couldn't be a human, could it? Humans tended to live in large cities where they could interact with their peers and relatives. My head poked a little further out of the tree, my curiosity getting the best of me. Let's just say I was correct. What was outside that house wasn't a human. It was an angel. Ooh, hang on. I scrolled down too far. My eyes went wide as I saw the beauty that was her. She looked to be about 14 or 15 years old. My guess was 14, but maybe she was just short for her age. She had red hair that went down to her mid-back, along with glimmering bright green eyes that could get anyone to do exactly what she wanted. She had beautifully long eyelashes, and every other feature on her face was just flawless. Her nose, her mouth, absolutely flawless. It wasn't the ugly, carrot top kind of red hair either. It was the dazzling, mesmerizing kind of auburn that somewhat resembled a cherry, or the blood pulsing through her veins. It was impossible. She couldn't be a human. Humans were never as pretty as this one. Only angels were, and believe me, I had met quite a few of both. Humans tended to be clumsy and awkward. She was perfectly poised and balanced. Humans tended to be lazy and unhappy. She was running around, laughing with joy. Her laugh, it sounded musical, like Christmas bells almost. She glanced my way, and for a brief second I could have sworn her eyes met mine, but her head snapped away. But as she went back into the old house, I could have sworn she gave me a second look. Had she seen me? I highly doubted it. I was hiding in the trees, almost 50 feet away from her. The only reason I had seen her was because of my, abilities. I had made a pact that day. One day, I would meet her. I wouldn't hurt her, give her up, control her. One day, she would be mine, because I just experienced love at first sight. Alright. So, the study habits that I use for writing, I read a lot, and I really focus on the way others write. So, like, for example, my favorite author is John Green, and I really love the way he portrays his characters' emotions and thoughts, and I just really love his books. And I really try to do that with my writing. I write a lot, and I plan out all of my ideas, so I'll plan out, like, what's going to happen in this chapter, and that, so that's, I guess, an organization technique for me. I write down all of my ideas so I don't forget them, so that's kind of like taking notes in class so you can review it later. And I enjoy it, and I know it might be hard to enjoy studying, but if you really try, I'm sure that there's some aspect of it that you can enjoy.
Dangerous offspring reflected on you as a kid, telling fairy tales based off your lie. The remorse of a princess who's marked by her father, a revolt to her majesty, she bows out for life. Your highness, how low will you go? Do you dare say it to the cities of the world? He made out the truth of it, but nothing excuses it. When man's pride is injured, a drink or two is done. I know it seems like it's impossible just to stop it all. And if you think I'm a mistake,
these are my study skill techniques. So I practice every day, and I pay attention to all the little details that you don't really pay attention to. I also watch lots of anime and cartoons, which will make me familiar with the cartoon-like figures. I also do different drawing techniques, so I will draw anime and cartoons sometimes, and then the other times I'll draw realistic drawings and animals. You got to enjoy drawing if you want to learn it.